Hey everybody. Alright, so I just got to my parents' house. This is where I started the other day, a couple of days ago, taking up the track. As you can see how overgrown it is. I did all this, I pulled it out of all these weeds here. Took out, here's all that stone my parents were getting pissed about. And I got all the way around. There's bad ties, and I got to about right here. So, I don't know, I think I might be wrong about that. I think maybe I took about 10 to 15%, because to me it looks like there's a lot more. I'll walk around this little loop with you. So I gotta take all this up. You can see how it's completely gone. This is where that trestle is. There's literally a trestle in here. Let me see if I can... Yeah, it was like a little wooden trestle I had built. And it's like a triple. You can see it. But yeah, that's all massively overgrown. There's part of a switch here. Yeah, let's look at the throw here. I never finished this one. I just did I had planned on putting another siding up here, but I never got to it. And that comes up. Man, all these stones are gone. Like they sank down. There's this flattened area. Because back in the day, right here was the chicken coop. So I had the train came right up next to the chicken coop, but they're long gone now. Okay, and here's that main switch. Oh my god, it's so overgrown. There's that switch here that brought you to behind this shed up here. And there was a train barn behind that, but the insurance company made me rip it down. They didn't want it. I was like, okay. And a bunch of these trees fell too. Like this big tree here. This stupid thing came down on my train like 3 spots. Look at this. Look at this. And like over here, it's bent it pretty good, but the worst one's up here. I'm like, you kidding me? Right up here. Like, look at this, mashed out this rail. Right near the switch, there was another switch here going to 2 that went behind the shed. And it really bashed out my track. So probably not using that piece again. Well, you can see these rails are buried. These rails are buried in there. And I had dug this out and cemented around the edge, thinking that I was gonna use, be able to hop down there to oil the engine and stuff, like if I was to get the steam engine. And so this whole thing was enclosed at one time, and I got pictures on my computer. I'll show you those pictures of what it used to look like. Oh my god, this whole thing is overgrown. Whoa, whoa, I just fell right through. That wood is gone. Okay, and this was the storage shed behind the shed. I took the doors off of here and I used those for my doors, and I never put them back on. This shed, wow, look at the moss on this. Holy moly. Yeah, this is the back of my father's property line here. This old ass tree house. This is woods. Yeah, it's really woody. A lot of ups and downs here, so I wasn't gonna go off property here. But there's a old dome roof that was on top of the tree house. It blew off a long time. It didn't break, but it's down here. But yeah, this is going to be a project, getting all of this leaves up to be able to get some of this track back up. Let's go back. I just want to finish walking this loop, see what I got. So this is all busted up here. Oh man, what the fun. A little crossing I made. I even made like a little water tower thing for my steam engine. I was gonna, I got like a drum inside, like a tank. I was gonna fill it with water and have like, oh, it's right here. I don't know what I was thinking, but it was gonna like come down or something like that, like you see in those videos, the steam engine. But yeah, that was 10-15 years ago that I built that, and yikes. Let's continue along here. What the hell? I got a whole tree branch came down here. Nice. Very nice. And here's a shed I built with my father like 20 years ago. That's a fun one. Goes right under through here. Yeah, we had to cut all that. Got a bunch of ladders down in that cut right now. But yeah, this shed, it's a shed with an addition, with a deck. I think it's 10 by 12 that we built. Came out nice. I like it. And then I needed more space, so I built, you can't see it from here, I built another room, this room here, off the side of this shed. You can kind of see it there. And then I ran out of room, so I built this little room. And I'm like, I need a deck. I can't get shit in and out of here. So I built a little deck, put a grill out here. It's pretty cool. Ended up putting a little fireplace in it. It's all dirty now. I don't even want to show you. It's like I've pulled everything out. It's just dirty and moused and shit. It's just, it hasn't been touched in like 15 years. But yeah, so that's holy crap, I got a project in front of me. Alright, let me get my tools out of my truck, and I'll see if I can prop up this camera and show you me ripping up some track.
Where's my grinder?
not have the... Oh, oh, wow. Look at the rot in this. Holy moly. Oh, I got that piece. Holy crap. These ivies are in the ground so much. So far I've gotten another 20 feet. 4 or 5 foot sections. I do not have the right tools with me for this. I need a new blade for my grinder. I need a new bit for my ratchet. I need to charge these batteries. I should have brought my Sawzall with a metal bit. I gotta cut these a lot easier. I got so angry here at the end, I literally just swung an axe and cut this last piece. This shit should be cutting way easier. I mean, it's aluminum, for God's sakes. I don't understand why it's not cutting. I think what it is, I think this is an old bit, a grinder for pavers. I think it's for like stonework and masonry. I don't think it's a metal blade on that. I don't have my screwdrivers or any of my tools that I need, so I'm pissed about that. I thought I was just gonna bang some more out. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna go up over here because this shit is driving me nuts, and I'm gonna need a lot more time to deal with this. But at least I got it up to almost to the trestle. I'm not gonna deal with that right now. I need to, weed whack that out, get different tools in here for this. So I think I'm gonna go up there and try to get some more pieces from there. Okay. Yeah, not too happy about today. I got the wrong blade on my grinder. I gotta get a metal blade, not this stupid mason blade. My wrench tip, my 5/16 socket wrench is stripped. My Phillips head bit cracked in half, and I didn't bring my box of bits, so I don't have a backup. All my batteries are dead. This shit is so overgrown, it's pissing me off. So all I was able to get today was like another 40 feet. That's it. It's starting to get dark. I gotta get all this crap in the car. It's just so damn overgrown. It's gonna take a lot longer than I thought. I got all this up here taken out and then going into that platform. I couldn't even get the screws out of the decking. Everything is so rusted and just literally just shredding to pieces, and it's driving me nuts. It's like bullshit, to be honest with you. Just leave that there. It's like impossible to get these pieces, but I did reclaim a frog guide, rail point, a short piece here. I'll take those with me. Grab this other drill. Yeah, what a mess. And I'm just so sick, so a little tired, getting frustrated, with this crap. It's like, come on, let's come out of the ground already. But getting there. Yeah, looking at this, I think I misquoted. Actually, I'll put these little pieces in the back here. There we go. I'm missing another drill. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I think I misquoted. I still think it's about 500 feet total here. But, Yeah, I think I only pulled, I mean, if I took up from here to there, you know, and it goes all the way around and back up. So maybe I took up like maybe 10-15% the other day. And I probably took up like another, I don't know, 5 to 8% today. There's still a lot more left. I got from right here all the way to the other side, and then from right there going all the way around to there, and then way up over here I got a switch, and then then a double rail behind that shed. So I gotta get all that too. So yeah, there's still a lot left. So I might actually make a lot farther on my property than I thought, which is good. I'm happy about that. But alright, so now I'm gonna get all this crap up into my truck. I guess I could have just backed my truck down here, but I'm sure my parents would bitch. What are you driving on my lawn? You know what? Fuck it. They're not even here. They're on vacation. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't even care. Yeah. I don't feel like walking back and forth 8 times. Oh, man, I'm dead. What a mess around here. They ever clean this place up or what? Jesus. I don't keep my property this messy. I don't even know when the last time the guy mowed his lawn was. It's an old fire pit I built too, with a pond. That was badass back in the day when I built it. Like, I gotta get pictures of that. It had like a bar, and it had a fire pit in the middle, and it was all pavers. I took the pavers up from the ground, and there was like you could, oh my god, it's so messy. Sorry guys. But there's a couple of steps there, and there was a pathway. That's a nice tree. That grew in nice. I planted that. And it was like a path up to a garden up there, and there was a waterfall. There's like a waterfall with a pond up here. Yeah, it's still here. Something's bubbling in there. See that? Something living in there. Oh boy, I wonder what it could be. Probably fucking death. Well, yeah, this is like a big waterfall. I went all the way around. It's so overgrown. These were like tiny little things when I planted them, and they're huge now. Everything is so overgrown. Yeah, it was so nice. We used to sit at this bar, fire pit in the middle. I'd sit around the edge. It was gorgeous here. There's raspberry bushes. I had nice plants. And I used to have my trailer parked like right here. And we'd hang a movie screen on it and just sit out here and have a projector and watch movies and stuff right by there, having beers and stuff. That was a good time. Oh my god, yeah. Everything's just dying. Look at this one. This one's growing. This one's dead as shit. Like, what the hell? Like, what the hell happened here? Well, not my problem, but still, it's weird. That one's fine, and then this one is dead. And dead, and dead, and dead. Weird. So weird. Yeah, about an acre and a... Not even, about 3/4 of an acre here at this house. And, yeah, there's so much work that needs to be done everywhere. I'm just not doing it for them. I gotta get my shit out of here. Get my tracks out of here. And, alright, let me back this thing up. Okay. Got it all loaded up. This load was a lot harder. I don't know if it's because I'm just sick and I have no patience, or because all my tools aren't working, all my bits stripped. I don't have any help. My wife's not with me today. But today sucked. I only got about another 40, 45 feet out of this shithole. And because it was curves, tracks were oddly staggered. Like the other pieces were mostly straight. And the connectors were only like 1 or 2 ties off from each other. So, you know, they were nice and straight. They went in, they all came out in one piece, and I could stack them nicely in my truck. Today, it's like a lot of them, like one rail just came off of everything. So I had like one rail with a bunch of ties on it, and then a loose rail. And it's just falling apart everywhere in my truck. So I just kind of threw it in there. I'm like, I'm not gonna try to stack this all nice. It's all fucked up. Again, it's like I really don't care. I'm just trying to get it out of there so they don't have to deal with it. They've been bitching at me for years to get it out of there. I mean, I guess I only had the house for 2 years, not even 2 years yet. But as soon as I moved into this new house, they're like, so you take any train track? I'm like, yeah, I'll take the train track. Just let me get this stuff. Let me get in there. And then he's like, you're gonna take all the rocks too, right? I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? How in the world am I taking up all that crushed gravel? He's like, just sift it, you know, wash it off. You get the dirt off of it and bucket it up and take it. I'm like, you're kidding me. And I was cheap back in the day. I didn't order like truckloads delivered. What I would do is I had a little Ford Explorer Sport Track, one of those little tiny pickup bed Explorers. And what I would do is about a 10-minute drive to the quarry, like a stone and landscape place near here, about 10 minutes away. And what I would do is I would bring 4 trash barrels with me and a shovel. And I got a much better deal. They're like $20, you can fill your 4 barrels, you know, $5 a barrel is fine. I'm like, really? All right, sweet. So I'd be making like 2 or 3 trips a day. And I must have made like 30 trips. And they're like, you're not done yet? I'm like, I'm getting there, man. But, you know, I don't know how the hell I would take up, oh man, stupid traffic. I don't know how the hell I would take up all those stones and then transport them an hour away to my new house. It's like, that's kind of a lot of work for like, not, you know, for stones. I don't really want to do that. I mean, I guess I can do some of it just so there aren't piles here and there, so he'll stop bitching at me, but I'm not gonna go through and sort out rocks and dirt and shit and wash all these off to maybe get like 20 feet, 30 feet of gravel on my end. That's crazy. I'll just pay the $200 or whatever it is to have 5 yards delivered. I think it was $220 to have 5 yards of 3/4 inch crush delivered to my house. I'm like, that would get you a lot of gravel, a lot of, you know, pack under the track. Ballast is the word I'm looking for. I'm an idiot. But that's a lot of work, man. Turn that off. That's bright. So right now I'm just trying to get the track out of there, get the ties out of there, so they won't bitch anymore. And like I said, once I get it all back to my house in Norton, an hour away, what I'm going to do, once I get everything there, then I'm going to take the time and disconnect everything. You know, remove all the rails from the ties, sort the ties, you know, okay, these are still okay, or these are all garbage, and throw away all the bad ones and keep the good ones, see if I can use them again. And then for the rail, you know, I'll clean it up. I'll try my best to re-straighten any that are slightly bent. Maybe I can lightly buff or sand down any parts that have like little dings or scratches in them. The best I can. Anything that's too chewed up, obviously, I'm just gonna cut off. I'll get a metal cutting blade for my chop saw, and so that way I get a nice clean cut on the end of these rails. Because everything is just like you saw, it's all just chewed up at each one of these connector bits by the way I'm taking them apart. And it's like, I'll just cut the inch off. I don't care. I was like, ooh, 2 inches, whoa. So I'll just cut 2 inches off the end of each rail and drill fresh holes for the new connectors. And what are new connectors? All new rail hardware, stuff like that. I'm trying to squeeze as much out of it as I can, because obviously money. And again, I don't want to order like 100 feet of rail, because that's only 50 feet of track. You need 2 for each one. So it's like, and at these prices that it's all at these days, and inflation, Biden's America, fucking asshole. I don't have much extra spending money at the moment. We actually just got a new bounce house in today that I ordered 2 days ago, because I'm just tired, man. I'm tired. These things are heavy. They're like 300 pounds. Well, a regular bounce house is about 200 pounds, 15 foot by 15 foot. And my kids like to play with them. And it's a process and a half. Taking it out, opening it up, blowing it up, and then taking it down, folding it, rolling it, putting it away. It takes time, and I'm just old. I'm sore as a mother. And I'm like, we need to get, and I have the list. I have a list of, I think it's 20 or 22 different inflatables I want to get this time around. Because I did do a rental company before. For 10 years I ran a rental company. It grew pretty big. We had a 1,500 square foot office in Whitman, Massachusetts. And I had 34 inflatables, tents, tables. I had like almost 300 chairs, tons of tables. I had backyard movie night. I had like 3 popcorn machines, 3 cotton candy, 3 snow cone. I had audio equipment. We were renting out like audio equipment. We did so much shit back in the day. And like over 10 years, I had put over $100,000 into that. Like any chance I could, I would just, okay, let's get another one. And it grew and grew and grew. And I had 2 trailers, 2 trucks pulling them. And it just got to the point where the staff was a pain in my ass. They didn't want to work. I had one kid that worked for me. I was literally paying these kids $20 cash under the table an hour. And this was back in like 2012, 2014. So that was good money back then. But these stupid kids wanted to work at Dunkin' Donuts for half the pay, because there was young girls working at Dunkin' Donuts and they just wanted to try to get laid or something. And I'm like, dude, first of all, these girls aren't that great looking. Second of all, you're a dude working at a Dunkin' Donuts. That's kind of weird, man. And like third, I'm like, you really want to make half the pay? So they would blow me off all the time, and I had a hard time. I had one other friend of mine that was falling on some hard times and went to go find himself and just decided to walk away. And he really left me hanging, and I pushed myself so hard at the end there that I got a kidney stone, and I had to have an ambulance come get me. And I left I had like I think he was 17 or 18-year-old employee. I'm like, dude, call me a fucking ambulance. He's like, we got 3 rentals today. What am I going to do? I can't drive. I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm in an ambulance, kid. So I felt bad. I'm like, just stay here, call the customers, and see if they'll come and pick them up themselves, and you help them load their cars, and we'll give them like half price or something. We'll give them refunds or something, because I don't want to fuck people's parties up. But Yeah, I literally put myself in the hospital because no one wanted to help me. Because this stuff is heavy. I mean, like a bounce house is 200, a water slide is 350 pounds, obstacle courses were pushing 400 pounds, and I'm like 180 pounds, 5'6". This is not easy stuff. You know, moving it around in like an office or on pavement is fine, but 95% of your customers are having this stuff blown up in their backyard, and you got to drag it through their property, up hills, through gates. You know, it was really hard getting these things into some of these people's properties. And then just doing it by myself was virtually impossible. So I gave up at the end there. I was like, this is killing me. Like, literally killing me. Putting me in the hospital. No help. I got so much stuff. We were busy. We were getting like 15, 20 rentals a weekend. You know, upwards of 30 a weekend during our peak season, like during 4th of July and graduation time. And, you know, I was running like a crew of 6 to 8 people when I could find them. And, you know, and we had our share of bad employees too. Like, I mean, you're paying cash under the table for this kind of muscle work. You're attracting, you know, sometimes you're getting some of the bad ones, you know, like the junkies. And you get a junkie who'd show up and he'd work, and then the second you pay him, he's gone. And not answering his phone. It's like, oh, he got his $40 for his fix. He's out of here. And it's like, God damn it. But, you know, exhausted, like going through all my friends helping me, and it just got to the point where it's like they were using and abusing me. They wanted more money. They didn't want to do as much work. They're like, I'm not working on this day or this day. I'm not doing pickups. I won't deliver this item, but I will do this. I'm like, what are you kidding me? I'm like, I'm your boss. I'm paying you money. This is a job. This is a legit registered business. We're bringing in over $100K a year in rentals, even though we're only open 6 months out of the year here in Massachusetts. And it sucked because in the wintertime, I was like, you're closed. And I still had to pay for that rent on that building, which was with the utilities and electric and all that. It still came to like $2,000 a month. So it's like, oh, I'm just gonna, you know, throw away $12,000 a year while I'm closed doing nothing. You know, we tried other stuff. We tried doing snow removal, but, you know, it never snowed. It would snow like twice in a year. It's like, well, that's not helping. And even when we did that, we only had like 4 clients. And every time we went to do a client, the shit would break. And I'm like, you're kidding me. As we're hand shoveling these giant driveways because the snowblower would break down. I'm like, you have got to be joking me. So I'm like, I'm not doing that. We even tried growing weed, you know, because they had passed the laws in Massachusetts which allowed you to grow up to 6 plants. I'm like, let's just try it. And I smoke for my anxiety and all that. I was like, at the very least, I'll get something for free. I don't have to pay for that. And we had fun doing that. I mean, the first crop we had, like right when we cut it down, we had 10 pounds. I was like, holy crap, we're rich. We can pay we're going to be able to float this winter. This is great. And then you dry it out and it's only like 2 pounds. It's like, damn it. That barely covers the electric bill to grow it. So that sucked. You know, we tried everything to try to keep it open, but like I said, at the end there, everyone just quit on me, and I got sick, and the rent was too high, the costs were too high, it was too much stress. We were popular. Everyone loved us. We had like the top of the line stuff, and that's what I'm getting again this time, is all top of the line stuff. But this time around, doing it a little differently. You know, cheaper equipment, not cheaper, smaller equipment, lighter weight equipment. I'm not doing 34 or 36, whatever I had. I can't remember. I think it was 34. I'm not doing that, man. I'm not going to build an office that big on my property. Like this time around, it's like I got 1.6 acres. I could build a big ass garage, a big shed or a garage, keep it in there, and I can save $12,000 a month right there, or $12,000 a year there from the closed season. And if I keep it small, I can maybe do this as like a family business, and not have to pay rent at all. So that's, you know, $24,000 a year saved. So like that helps. And pointing out that everything's more expensive now. back in the day I could get a bounce house for like $1,200. Now it's like $2,000. So it's like almost doubled in price in like 5-6 years. And it's like, come on. So restarting it up is way more expensive. But you are getting a little bit more for the rentals, which is what kind of enticed me. I looked online. I'm like, wow, they're getting that much right now for a rental? I'm like, holy crap. Let me look into that. And yeah, I was like, all right, well, if we're getting that much for rentals, doing it on the side as like a little side gig to make some extra spending money. And I mean, you know, use that money to buy more inflatables or equipment, or to buy more train stuff, or do more additions on my property or whatever. I'm like, yeah, it wouldn't hurt to have some extra side spending money. So I was like, let me do that. Let me start this back up. My kids like that stuff, and kind of felt bad that I shut the company down before my second son was born. So my youngest got to see it while he was like 1.5. I used to call him little supervisor. He'd walk around his little stroller watching us clean him. But yeah, Daniel never got to see any of it. So I felt bad. I'm like, let's restart the rental company. Let's do it out of the house. My wife's like, you really want to do that again? And like me, I get a big head. I'm like, oh, I can do it. I can do anything. And then I go to start doing it. I'm like, damn it, I don't want to do this. But yeah, I think I had 2 that I had kept. No, 3. It was 2. I had the Twister game and like an amusement park looking one that I'm not renting, because that one was like $4,000. That's for my family only. So we had like one that I would rent out, and it was just a game. So I was like, all right, we gotta stop buying more. So right now, after today, we have, let me think, we got 2 games. We have the Twister game and the Hoop Shot game. It's NortonPartyRentals.com, by the way. Is that website that I built. And I'm actually launching a new site soon, so that's coming. But yeah, I have 2 games. Hoop Shot game, which is like a basketball, and I have the Twister game with the dice. And then today, a mini castle arrived. It's like a 10-foot by 10-foot bouncer. And the whole point behind that was, I'm tired of dragging out these 200-pound bouncers for my kids. So I'm like, I need a lighter weight one. Let me get a mini. The mini one's only like 130 pounds. I'm like, we can do that. That's a lot easier to pull out and put away. Just for something the kids to play with during the day. And then I have 3 large bouncers. I got a castle, a princess castle, and a tropical bouncer that are all 15 by 15. Those are the 200-pounders. I have one combo that's a bounce slide combo. It's a dry combo. It's a pirate ship. That's pretty cool looking. And what else? And I still have that amusement park one that I'm not renting. And actually, I still do have a monstrous one at my father's office. A 30-foot by 30-foot Jurassic Park one that we used to use for large, like 4th of July events, for town events and school events, like end of school year or field days and stuff. The thing is 750 pounds, one piece. You literally need a fucking team of 4 or a bobcat to move the thing around. And I just couldn't seem to find anyone to buy it. It's brand new. I mean, it's over 10 years old, but it only got used 3 times. It's mint. Kept indoors, clean, dry. At some point, I gotta get a team together and drag that out and see if I can't sell that again. That's nothing you could ever do in a backyard. But where was I going with all this? Well, yeah, I still have that big one. I'm not bringing that to my house. That'll take up the entire shit I just built. But yeah, that's basically why I restarted the rental business. And it's just starting to turn into a headache, you know. So I got, what, 3 plus 3, so I got 7. 7 pieces that I would rent out, 9 pieces if you include the 2 that I wouldn't rent for inflatables. I think I got 40 chairs. I have some round tables, like the nice wood ones. I think I have 5 round tables, 4 6-foot tables. I do want to replace those with wooden ones. And I have a 20 by 20 commercial grade white party tent. I do want to pick up another one of those, maybe a 20 by 30 and a 20 by 40. But I also want to pick up more tables and chairs down the road. I do not want to get into concessions again. That was a nightmare. But I don't know. I'm all over the place. If it's not, working on websites, then it's working on trains, or it's building a shed, or fixing this, or bobcatting that, or all while dealing with 2 kids. I got Matthew's 6, Daniel's 4, and my wife, and Matthew just started school, and it's a lot. It's a lot on my plate. I manage multiple websites. There's NortonPartyRentals.com, which is my company website for the rental company. When I started building that site, I said, this time around I want to build it as like a software script, so I can sell the script to other rental companies. So I started developing that too. And I have another developer that works for me with all the programming. Like, I can design it, but I can't program it. So I got a programmer in Pakistan. Her name's Mary. She's wicked nice. And she's done some great work for me in the past. I mean, I've had problems in the past with India. So I won't do business with India, but I figured I'll give Pakistan a try. I mean, I know they're right on the border there. But you're not finding qualified IT help in America for a reasonable price. Like $100 an hour. I'm like, no way, not happening. So I got partyrentalscript.com is going to be the script website. I designed and manage a landscape website for my friend Phil. That's his company's called allthingsdirty.com, and he does like landscaping, snow removal, lawn mowing, tree removal, decking, additions. He does everything, pressure washing, tons of stuff he does. I did my father's website, americadtechnology.com, plastic cards. So I built and managed that. I even built an automated management system on the back end of that for him too, trying like COVID bullshit. The pandemic, just in case they all needed to work from home. And it took me like 6 months building that with my program. He paid for it. He paid $10,000 for that. But never once looked at it. So I kind of pissed about that a little bit. It's like, man, I spent all that time building it. You don't even care. But, whatever. And then there's my big boy. My pride and joy that I worked on for 12 years. Oh my God. What's wrong? This cigarette keeps going up. About 12, 13 years ago, I had this idea for a shopping website that was going to be like a paid-to-click, where you could, as a user, you could come on and it was all going to be set up like a shopping mall, where each store, and you could customize your store, and your store would be linked to your own website, and I was going to let you open the store for free, and then if you wanted to boost your advertising, offer a pay-to-click flashing thing on the window. So if people looked at your website, they get like a little paid commission. And then that grew to the point where it's like, I want to do more with that. I want there to be like a social network. I wanted there to be avatars that walked around. I wanted it to be like a 3D mall. I wanted it to be like a marketplace, sort of like eBay and Amazon too. And I kid you not, I spent like at least 10,000 hours easily over 13 years working on that. I lost $10,000 to India with the development. I sent them my plan. They half built some of it, and then they got stuck and wanted more money. I'm like, no. I'm like, it's not even coming out that good. I'm not paying you more. And so I got nothing out of it, and I spent 10 grand. And so that bummed me out, so I stopped doing that for a while. And this widow up. Gonna get another coffee. So that bummed me out, so I stopped doing it for a while. And that was originally called Malvatar, like taking a mall and avatar and merging them together to make Malvatar. And no one could pronounce it correctly, like Maluvator. And I was like, oh, come on, man. So then when all this shit started up with all the censorship with like Facebook and YouTube and Google, I got pissed because it's like I'm wide awake to what's going on in this world. Like I don't know. I just want to get this train going. I gotta get this rail cleaned up. I gotta get the rest of it out of there. I'm definitely gonna go back again with more tools, the right tools this time, the right grinder discs. I'm bringing a freaking Sawzall with the right blade on it. Bring all my batteries and all my chargers and I need vice grips to pull that crap apart. I need a new 5/16 ratchet, socket tip. I need new bit. I have them all in my house. I just didn't bring because I'm an idiot. I need to get all this stuff so that way I can get the rest of this shit up. Probably bring a chainsaw with me too, and a weed whacker, because I can't imagine his stuff works at his house. Clearly he's not taking care of his property. Just to get the rest of the stuff out of there, and then I can go through and what the fuck is going on? And then I can go through and sort those ties, sort the track, clean it all up, cut off the bad ends of the track, and I actually know what I have, and then I can play around with that, make a little strip for the kids to go back and forth on the gondola car that I have. Is it gondola or gondola? I don't know. I think in the last video I was just calling it gondola, but it might be gondola. Either way, it's $50. But, yeah, so I want to clean all that up and see what I got, and then from there I'll know. And I got to get that wheel measurer so I can, so that way I can see how much route I have, track layout plan, and see how much I need to buy compared to what I have. And honestly, all the stuff that I have now, I'm probably just going to use for the sidings. Because I really want new track for the main line. I don't know. I mean, some of it's not bad. A little filing here and there, sandpaper on like a sanding wheel or something, like a little electric sander. You can probably polish this stuff up nice pretty quick. I don't know. We'll see once I get there. I might be talking out of my ass, but I don't know. I want to try to save as much of it as I can because that wasn't cheap back in the day either, and I don't want to spend more now. But yeah, I'll get all that squared away and cleaned up, and go from there, and we'll go on to the next video. I did make a list of all the videos I want to make, like line it out. I'm like, why do I keep doing this 1.1, 1.2? I'm like, why don't I just do 1, 2, 3, 4? So I did list it all out to see what videos I should make, because I don't want to make like 30 videos of me doing the exact same thing in each video. It's like, okay, today I'm going to lay 20 more feet. Okay, today I'm laying 20 more feet. You don't want that. So I'm going to do like one of each. Like, here's a video of me putting down a switch track and fucking it up. Here's a video of me putting down a trestle and screwing that up. Here's a video of me laying track and it's not right. Everything's going to be so screwed up. I don't even care. I'll get it there. I'll get there. I always do get there. Like, I try to cheat. I try to do things easy the first time, and then I'm not happy, and I'm like, damn it. I end up spending more money to do it right. That's just me. Oh my God, it's amazing. But I'm going to get there, and you guys, anyone watching, you're going to follow along, and you're going to get to see what crap I'm going through. And we'll see how it goes. But I just pulled in the donkeys. I got to get another coffee to stay awake. So I'm going to end this. I'm surprised I have this much memory on my phone to record a 33-minute video. But yeah, I'll put all this together tonight. Hopefully those videos I took. I did order a stand for my phone so I can take better videos. So once that comes, that'll be good. Okay, I got to order now, so I'm going to let you go. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.